beginning of the hearing. Kai Huang, come on up as soon as your name is called, please. Ayako Sato. Nabil Chowdhury. And Sabrina Kuraishi, which you guys will have to help me say it correctly. Hi. All right, who's going to go first? Okay. Just pull the mic down so we can hear him. Have him move up in his chair. So there you go. Move on up, buddy. There you go. Now we can hear you.
Good morning, council members. My name is Kai, and I am in first grade at Thompson Elementary. I have been going to after school with AALEAD for 2 years. Before that, I did not like going to after care. I love AALEAD because we do very fun projects like making a volcano with pop rocks, vinegar, and outdoor rocks. I learned that in real volcanoes, the magma builds up and there's nowhere to go and explodes. He also made fake spider webs out of streams, and we learned that if one part breaks off, another part on the other side of the spider web will break off too. This happens with real life spider webs. I also love going to AALEAD field trips. We went to the Baltimore Aquarium where we saw real life sharks and dolphins. I got to watch them playing, and a dolphin jumped up and splashed at us. We also went to the Science and Technology Museum where I learned that technology always doesn't have to be robots. It can be artifacts like computer chips, cell phones, and computers. I really love my teachers at AALEAD and my friends at AALEAD because we get to work together and help each other. Miss Sadia was my teacher last year, and Miss Tiffany is my teacher this year, and I love them. Miss Sadia and Miss Tiffany always do fun projects, which I like. Whenever I feel frustrated, they try to call me and give me papers so that I can draw. Miss Tiffany helps me pick up things that are too hard for me on the shelf. I do not want AALEAD to leave because it's such a fun place to be and learn so much things. Please continue AALEAD at Thompson. Fun for them. Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you very much. Good job. Ms. Sato?
Good morning, council members. Thank you so much for taking my testimony. My name is Ayako Sato, and Kai is my son. I'm very proud of him. He's testifying today, and all of the things that he's described about AALEAD is completely accurate. I've seen firsthand how it's impacted his life. He's grown emotionally, he's confident, and I attribute all of that to AALEAD. AALEAD doesn't just provide this specific service for my son, obviously, but they've helped so many Asian American Pacific Islander youth in DC. They provide invaluable services to low-income Asian American youth, and they've been an after-school provider to Thompson for the past 11 years. And they've also served the Asian American community for the past 20 years. So we were so sad to learn that they're no longer going to be serving Thompson Elementary starting next year. So we found out that AALEAD did not get grant funding from OSSI for school years 2017 and 2018 and 2018-2019, even though they've been receiving grant funds for the past 10 years. It's my understanding that in fiscal year 2018, OSSI and the DME changed their funding formulation. So they used to provide TANF OST grants, and now they switched over to 21st Century Community Learning Centers. And this change has negatively impacted after-school providers like AALEAD, because AALEAD focuses more on socio-emotional learning and less about testing and standard raising. So I'm really concerned about this focus, the shift in focus, because Title I schools like Thompson really rely solely on grants like this to provide enrichment activities. And Thompson families, because we're from a Title I school, they can't pool their resources with their own funds to provide these services. So I feel like it's really widening the gap between Title I schools and non-Title I schools. Schools in wealthier parts of the district, they have their PTAs and PTOs that they can rely on to generate funds to provide these type of services. I mean, we've heard of schools in Upper Northwest that are raising like hundreds and thousands of dollars to provide field trips and enrichment activities. And it's very sad to me that, you know, Thompson is going to be denied these same type of services. It sends a really awful message, personally, I think, to kids at these Title I schools, because it's telling them that the only thing that they deserve is more testing, more standards raising. And I'm also concerned about the impact on the AAPI community. You know, Thompson is...
Can you summarize that quickly, though? Your
Yes,
time is
okay.
up.
So
Yes.
it's not just the aftercare services. I know that AALEAD does things above and beyond. They provide translation services. They do so much more. I know that Mr. Charles was there on a Saturday. He doesn't work for DCPS, but he was helping with enrollment for people who have limited English ability. So the two things that I'm asking of the council today
Quickly.
is please fund AALEAD for next year. Try to find some kind of funding. All they need is $190,000 for the school year, and also if we can convince OSSI to go back to their old funding structure. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Nabil, good morning.
My name is Nabil Chaudhary. I am in first grade. I am 6 years old. I am in at Thompson Elementary School. I love AALEAD more than regular after school. AALEAD does not make me cry. I used to cry a lot at the regular aftercare. I like how AALEAD helps us with homework. The activity at AALEAD are really fun. The teachers are really nice. The field trips are really fun. I learned to be a responsible citizen by helping clean Rock Creek Park with my AALEAD friends. AALEAD is fun. Please help fund AALEAD next year. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you very much. Well done. Ms. Quarashi.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my testimony regarding Asian American Lead. My son Nabil Chaudhary has just testified before me and has described how much he loves AALEAD at Thompson Elementary School. I wanted to echo the love he feels for the program, but I wanted to take a quick minute to give you a quick glimpse of who my son is. Picture a shy, somewhat introvert, an extremely sensitive and emotional little boy from a South Asian heritage who at 3 had to face a divorce of his parents and has been brought up solely by his mom. AALEAD from as early as pre-kindergarten days has become that second home, not just to me, but for the two of us. We had put him first in the regular aftercare where the teachers complained that he cried that entire first week. Given his Asian background, the teacher recommended that I switch to AALEAD. It was a night and day difference for us. A boy who refused to go to school suddenly was using the word, I love school, I love my aftercare program, I love AALEAD. A boy who would cry in the morning would not want to come back home in the evening until the last activity was done with AALEAD. Being immersed in a program with other fellow Asians, learning about the other countries and cultures, tasting the different foods of the region, touching and feeling that strong heritage he comes from, is really priceless to a mom like me. AALEAD activities are so varied and so appealing to the kids. You've heard it from both Kai and Nabil. The Wednesday books and basketball program with high schoolers where they get to play and read has really helped a lot with his reading. The super cool field trips, I know they mentioned both of them, the Baltimore Aquarium trip or the Rock Creek Park watershed to help clean up. Sometimes price prohibitive places for some of the youths. It could be considered an innocent outing, but that one outing, for example, to Rock Creek Park, for example, where my 4-year-old spent the whole day cleaning up scrap metals and glass from the side of the road, made him so environmentally aware that I don't even dare throw an orange peel, even though I explained to him it's biodegradable. Lastly, I see my son evolving, growing, learning to be independent, to be caring, to be inquisitive, to be kind, while wallowing in the individual attention and love he's getting from every staff member at AALEAD. And a lot of them are here today. And you would hear the kids mention them daily during our nightly activities and during dinner time. That may cost you only $190,000 for next year, but to a mom like me, to that shy little 6-year-old boy, and to the many boys and to the many moms out there at Thompson Elementary School who are experiencing what AALEAD is bringing to them is beyond priceless. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you all very much. I appreciate you being here today, hearing your personal stories, which means a lot to me, and I think it helps inform how we move forward in a very meaningful way. I also appreciate that AALEAD was here for the Deputy Mayor's hearing as well, which was helpful, and we're going to ask the State Superintendent today about what the plan is and why there was a shift in the way they do this funding and see if we can't resolve it. So thank you all. Councilmember White, do you have any questions for this panel?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to this panel. We will have to, as the chairman said, ask Ossie about what's happening here. But I do appreciate your testimony and bringing this to my attention. Particularly, want to thank Kai and Nabil for pretty incredible testimonies, young men. So thank you.
Great. Thank you all very much. We're moving on to Jessica Truitt.